Welcome back to Leeds Lately, everyone. We are now talking as a Premier League side. We're all talking as fans of a Premier League team. So, isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely, eh? We can sit back, we can relax. Who gives two footballs about the title? Well, I do, because it would be nice to win it. And it would be nice to keep our record going of every time Liverpool win the Premier League, we win the second division / championship. It would be nice. So, let's hope we get a win tonight. Let's hope the players, with a bit of celebration and relaxation behind them, they can just chill out a little bit and not be so anxious in this game and perform to their best. Welcome everybody who's joining me. Welcome to all of our Leeds Lately members, and of course welcome to our non-members as well. We've already got quite a few members in here. CB, Pierre, Penny Lane. Penny Lane's not a member, but Penny Lane is still here, I think. Yes. Tim from TJ Ray Music, Chewy, CB, Ryan Tune, etc., etc. The list goes on. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us on this lovely warm evening, and looking forward to Leeds United, hopefully, potentially going ahead and getting promoted in style with a victory of the division. Big Chaz is saying for some stats, Bristol City have not beaten us since 2016. Haven't beaten us at home since 1979. Now that is a good statistic, hopefully, and it goes in our favour. Remember, guys, I will remind people before kickoff, but during the stream, please do not tell me if a goal goes in at either end, because if I haven't reacted yet, it means I haven't seen it yet. And, of course, as well, thank you. 1 second, it'll scroll across in a second. Just wanted to mention, as we do every week, our fans of the week. Here we go. Top fans of the week are, of course, and he's here in the chat as well, Robert Wetzel and Kennesaw Landis, both with a $20 super chat, become our top fans of the week from the week just gone. So thank you so much to Robert Wetzel and Kennesaw Landis for that and your continued support as well. That just reminds me as well. Let me just make sure I set the like goal. Will it not let me do it? Maybe I have to go full screen and then do it. Start a goal. Goal. It's not letting me start a super chat goal. Let me just check. Monetization is on, so that should be one thing. Yeah. Don't know then. Never mind. It won't let me do a super chat goal. Oh well, it won't let me do it, but... Oh no, my goal is live. It's been created. I didn't realise as well, by the way, you can set it to be super chats of any kind, so they all count towards the goal. So any super chats will count towards that. Goal. Yeah, someone just mentioned the bench. We'll have a little look again at that now. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button as well. We all know that 100 likes leads to a goal. Apparently Erling Haaland said that he'd be watching Leeds tonight. Where is this lineup? Here we are. On the bench is Melier, Cairns, Byram, Verba, Gilavogi, Ramazani, Gray, Joseph and Bamford. The question marks were over Alex Cairns being on the bench. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Alex Cairns has been in a matchday squad all season. So, honestly, maybe Farke's just putting him on the bench to say that he's been in a matchday squad, to say that he's part of this promotion season. I don't know. Obviously, we've got a few injuries as well, but don't know. Don't know on that one. It is a bit odd, isn't it? But maybe it's just a kind of Yeah, a kindness thing. Hey, Free Falling with the super chat. Thank you so much, Free Falling. 2 shots on target by Piru, and I'll be happy. Well, I tell you what, if there's ever a time for Piru to be confident, it's after scoring 4 goals in a single game, isn't it, Free Falling? Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me just make sure I go and where's my other window? Here it is. Make sure I go and heart that in the actual stream. But yeah. Hopefully Peru, and look, if he scores a goal or two, he'll guarantee himself golden boot, won't he, Joel Peru? So that would be nice to see him get that. So yeah, thank you again, Free Falling, for the super chat, much appreciated. In terms of lineups, let's talk about the Bristol City lineup first. Looks like they're going for a bit of a 3-4-2-1. Their goalkeeper's pretty good, O'Leary. I remember us playing against him last time, and we thought he was quite good. I can't remember if he made one mistake or something in the game, but back 3 of Viner, Dickey, and Roberts, with Tanner and McGuane as the wing backs. Then Knight and McCrory are in the midfield, with Bird, Earthy, and Wells as a front 3, a narrow front 3. I did see that as well. Big Chaz is saying, did you see that Paddy put 5,000 behind the bar at the old Peacock? Yeah, he did. So whoever's there at the game will enjoy a free pint or 2 probably, which is nice of old Patrick. Let's talk about the Leeds lineup. That's what we all want to see. If I just press this magic button. There we go. Darlow in goal. It's an unchanged lineup, but we'll go through it. Darlow in goal, who's been really good since he's come in. I've got to say, I did have some reservations, I admit that. And I think it's maybe at this point, maybe I'm not safe to say that I was wrong, but maybe that I judged him too harshly because we haven't seen him for enough of an amount of time to really tell. Jaden Bogle in at right back, Junior Firpo in at left back, the best right back and left back combination in the division by a mile. And the fact that Junior Firpo didn't get left back in team of the season is a bit crazy. Rodon as well. Can't believe he didn't get in the team of the season. Rodon and Ampadu at centre back. Gruev, and somebody who did get in the team of the season is Tanaka. Then you've got Solomon, Aronson, Nonto, and Joel Piru. Now, let's talk about this team of the season then. Let's talk about this team of the season. Hold on a second. EFL. Oh, Larry Nance is there at the Peacock and stuff, by the way, as well. EFL team of the season. So, the EFL team of the season is as followed. Trafford in goal. Can't argue with that. Should have been up for player of the season for the whole championship. Then you've got Egan Riley and Esteve at centre-back. Whilst people were saying that Rodon could come in, I don't think you could argue too much about Esteve and Egan Riley given the amount of goals that they conceded. Burrows at left-back. Now, Burrows is very good and is somebody that I actually wanted Leeds to sign. Having said that, Firpo's been unreal this season and he deserved to get that left-back spot. Job Bellingham being in there is crazy. That should have been Josh Brownhill. The fact that Bellingham is in there is based on last name alone. Trying to hype him up for some reason, get more clicks, not sure. But Bellingham should not be in there, and Josh Brownhill, from a central midfield perspective, scoring 15, 16 goals in a season is immense, and he should have been in there alongside Tanaka. Hamer, there's no doubt that Hamer maybe should have made this team. He's kind of done the best as a number 10 in the division. The fact that he won player of the season overall, though, is a bit mental, and he shouldn't have won that. It should have gone to somebody like Dan James or maybe Al Tanaka or maybe even Josh Brownhill or someone like that. Then you've got Dan James out on the right wing in the team of the season. Josh Sargent up front, 100% should have been Joel Peru. How can you not have the leading scorer in the division, the Golden Boot winner? How can you not have them as the best striker? And it's not, Joel Peru's got 6 assists as well, so it's not like he's just scored goals and not assisted anyone. He really should have the He should have had the team of the season spot, Joel Peru. And then I agree with Borja's Sainz, that's fine. He scored 15 goals by November or whatever it was. So, yeah, fair enough, one Norwich player. But the fact there's 2 Norwich players in there is a bit mad, really. So I'm just going to come back to the chat now and see what people have said. Agree, Nari, Peru, Hamer. Hey, yeah, Hamer won Player of the Year. Joe Bellingham, yeah, exactly. There should have been more. There should have been more Leeds players in there. Essentially, the other thing, look, there's plenty of things to talk about today. The other thing is that the stadium expansion videos have surfaced, and people are going, "Oh, it just looks like Anfield," or it doesn't look like these amazing mega stadiums, but it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be built on what is already there. And I think if Leeds fans saw a concept art that was this dome with these weird geometric shapes sticking out of them, we would have all been a bit like, that's not very Leeds. It's not very it's not very kind of like working class roots, which is kind of a lot of the identity of Leeds United. And the fact that you are expanding on the stadium that's already there is a really good thing, and it looks great. Imagine European nights there. Players are heading out onto the pitch, by the way, now, just to line up and then shake hands. Welcome anybody who's joining us. Have the officials had awards, the most ridiculous offside, or the accumulation of the most ridiculous of offsides, which is that one guy that kept ruling out our goals? A rebuild will probably... Yeah, exactly, Chewy, exactly. Because we really should keep the identity of Elland Road, but just make it look better. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze then, and it came over me very quickly. Daniel Farker heading out onto the pitch now. It looks very good, Elland Road, with all the scarves. I've still got a scarf from this playoff semi-final against Derby, the second leg that we lost. I've got the scarf from that day, but they've all been given new scarves, yellow scarves, for this occasion. All the fans. Martin Cook saying, "I'm nervous that I'm not nervous," which, yeah, I understand what you mean. It is a weird feeling not being able to be actually worried about a game. Michael saying, who was right back in the team of the season? That was Jayden Bogle. Jayden Bogle was the right back for the team of the season, and very well deserved, because he's been by far the best right back in the division. Marching on together, just wrapping itself up as the players having a little team talk in the middle of the pitch. Joe Rodon having a few choice words with the players whilst they're waiting for Ethan Ampadu from his halfway line coin toss. Well, they're going through the lineups now, so as we've got a few more people in here, let's go through. Bristol City lineup is O'Leary in goal, and you've got a back three of Viner, Dickey and Roberts. Then as wing backs, you've got Tanner and McGuane. Then you've got Knight and McRory in the midfield, with a narrow front three of Bird, Earthy and Wells. My thing's frozen, but I've still got audio, so that's not very good. Apparently, Parag Marate is flying over to have crunch talks with Daniel Farker about his future. Don't know how much truth in it, but that's just what I've seen. Let's get ready to start this game. We are underway here. And it is a situation where we don't have to be too worried about it. And hopefully that affects the players so that they aren't complacent, but that they really make sure that they are relaxed and calm with what they want to do here and play to the best of their ability. Ryan Tune with the Super Chat. Thank you so much for, I think, your first ever Super Chat, Ryan. So thank you so much for that. Ryan Tune saying, I hope we win and become champions. I absolutely agree with that. Hopefully, if we win this, we give ourselves the best chance of going and beating Plymouth away and being able to become champions. Wow, Chewy. Here's Jaden Bogle playing the ball into Wilfred Nonto. Oh, here's Premier League player Tanaka just being tackled there, but played it back to Premier League player Brendan Aronson. Now Premier League player Wilfred Nonto. Looks to play a pass inside there, Nonto, but he can't. And it's been taken away. Good tackle by Premier League Tanaka. Now Manuel Solomon, who was already a Premier League player because he plays for Spurs. Here's Aronson. Oh, Aronson trying to cut inside. Now Junior Firpo. There's a lot of bobbling around in the box there, but eventually Bristol City come away with it. It actually hits the arse end of the number 40 there, Earthy, and Leeds can pick the ball back up again. Here's Tanaka. Ampadu. Now Rodon. Firpo. Into Ampadu. Bristol City closing down quickly. They are, but Leeds are trying to pile the pressure on early. Showing our intentions of still trying to go forward and win. Well, not still trying to go forward, but still trying to win these games. Still going to put the effort in. Here's Joel Peru. From the edge of the box. Tries to play the ball through to Firpo. Firpo! Oh, Bogle is inches away from finishing. Junior Firpo and Jaden Bogle, like they're having a bit of a laugh with that, but that should have been 1-0 to Leeds there. Honestly, into Peru. Peru plays it. Great weighted ball into Bogle. Do you know what? Bogle was offside, but he missed the ball anyway. Switch to the Leeds team. Of course, Mr. CB. As you command, good sir. If you're new here and you find that you can't put anything in the chat, then make sure you hit that big red button down below. Mark, he is still on loan. He wouldn't be able to sign if he was going to sign until the transfer window opened. There's going to be a throw in here. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. Here's Solomon. Cuts back, gives the ball now to Ilya Gruev. Now Joe Rodon. Rodon here into Gruev. Peru. But the ball goes back out wide here to Firpo. Now Solomon again. Solomon plays that one inside to Ilya Gruev. Now Joe Rodon. Back to Ampadu. Out wide again here to Solomon. And now Firpo plays it back to him. And it's going to be slide tackled out of play there by McCrory. And it's going to be a Leeds throw in. Do you know what? Even if, obviously, to win the title, we have to win both of our games, essentially. Or we might not, because Burnley might lose their final game. But it would be nice to finish on 100 points. It would just round it off so nicely. Naki Wells with a foul there, and Leeds have the ball underway again. Here's Ampadu, now Rodon. Bogle picks that one up in a little bit of space on the right-hand side, and he can come forward now. He's got Nonto outside him. Uses him. Nonto comes backwards here. And now Rodon could pick that one up. So far, Free Falling's leading the charge to be top fan of the week for the final game of the season. He's Joe Rodon. Now Ilya Gruev. Is there still a possibility Hull go down? What would become of Joffrey? He's on loan. If he's on loan, so he will come back to us if they go down. Or is it a 2-year loan? I think it's a 1-year loan, I'm sure it is. But if it's a 2-year loan, I would imagine that he'd have the option to come back to Leeds, maybe. Oh my God. I know we're only 5 minutes in, but Leeds have had 67 successful passes. Bristol City have had 3 successful passes, which is quite mad when you think about it. Here's Gruev. Tries to get it back to Piru, but can't. But now Firpo wins that one back. I just had a notification on my phone that there's a Leeds game happening. Yeah, could you... I saw someone posting something the other day saying, could you imagine telling a Cardiff fan, even like 3 or 4 years ago, that at this stage they would be in a lower division than Wrexham? Who's formerly of Barcelona? I know Junior Firpo is, but... Earl McGuane. Oh, that's weird. McGuane apparently is the first Englishman to play for Barcelona since Gary Lineker, because he played in some sort of Copa del Rey fixture or something. As long as Plymouth pay more than what we bought JB for, then Bristol City also want to guarantee they get playoffs, or have they already guaranteed that? Here's Piru. Gets the ball out wide here to Solomon, but it's a bit of a bouncing ball, so he can't take it with him. He's going to have to come back. Now Tanaka. Now Au. Joe Rodon. Out wide here to Jaden Bogle. Bogle coming forward again. Pokes that one to Brendan Aronson. Aronson has to go backwards, though. No real options for him. Here's Joe Rodon. Oh, Nonto nearly manages to swivel on that and give it straight to Aronson, who would have been through on goal, but doesn't work out in the end, and the ball goes back to the 3 central defenders here of Bristol City. Ball out to Roberts on the left-hand side. Good tackle by Brendan Aronson, but it is going to be a throw-in to Bristol City. Can you believe that 2019, when we lost the derby, was 6 years ago? Can you believe that? Gruev. Now Aronson charges forward here. Now Solomon. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper there. Andy Rowe asking why has Firpo let his contract run out for more leverage. Do you know what? He probably wanted to see whether Leeds would get promoted back to the Premier League, because he might have wanted to go home if there'd have been another year in the Championship, so maybe he wanted to see if we got promoted, and if we did, he might sign a new deal. You never know. The thing about Firpo and Bogle is they've been fantastic for us in the Championship. They really have, like the best 2 fullbacks in the division. And it seems kind of ruthless, but if you want to survive in the Premier League, you've got to be ruthless. And I think that perhaps they both need replacing, and they both need to be bench players. And that is kind of the sad state of football. That they're kind of the difference between the Championship and the Premier League is so much that the two best fullbacks in the Championship might not be good enough for the Premier League. Peru gets it back towards Nonto. Nonto chasing it down here. Nonto in the box, crosses it. It's the worst cross I've ever seen, Nonto. Bristol are on 68. Bristol City are on 68. Coventry and Millwall are on 66. So there's no certainty yet. So they really will want to win this. Or at least get a draw. I think I was pretty chill anyway, guys. The only game where I was actually nervous was the Stoke one, I think. We absolutely demolished them, so... I always think with the playoffs, it would be nice to see somebody different come up. So somebody like a Bristol City. But do you know what? From a tactical point of view, somebody like a Bristol City, I feel like if they got promoted, they would be like Luton. They wouldn't have the back in. They wouldn't be able to do it, and they wouldn't be able to survive. Or Ipswich, and they'd just go back down again, which is basically going to help us out by having one guaranteed relegation. If I'm talking about from a pure footballing and entertainment and size of club, like your ideal Premier League, then you're talking Sunderland, aren't you? So that's my kind of thoughts on it. Head, Bristol City. Heart, Sunderland. Feel like that's the call. Yeah, Nonto just plays one over the bar. Here's Viner. Sends that one forward. Cut out there by Joe Rodon, but it does go straight back to a Bristol City player. Here's Naki Wells. Tries to play it out wide, but intercepted, and Leeds have the ball back. Oh, Leeds are coming up the pitch now. Here's Ilya Gruev. Great ball out wide to Wilfred Nonto. Nonto going to try and cross that one in, but it, in the end, was deflected behind. Yeah, Wilfred Nonto there. He cuts inside. He's looking for a passing option. He goes to shoot. I actually think it hits Peru, so it's just going to be a goal kick. Yeah, it hits Peru directly on the back of the hamstring. It's going to be a goal kick here, and O'Leary's going to take it. Long goal kick up to the halfway line here. Pushing the back there by Naki Wells on Tanaka, and it's going to be a free kick. And he was on the omission of Isaac Schmidt. No, I don't know about that. I don't think Farker mentioned it, did he, in his press conference? I've not seen anyone say that he did. I didn't actually catch the press conference, but maybe he was partied a bit too hard after the promotion. Free falling saying Nonto has been rather greedy so far. Yeah, there can be a tendency creeping in for maybe younger players to be like, oh, we're up now, I want to go and score a goal, I want to make sure I score. Headed there by Rodon. Is that not Wilder just trying to claim a bit of his... trying to claw back a bit of his credibility after his little kind of... Every time he's been having little pushes and shoves on the pitch and all the little tantrums he's thrown throughout the season. Is he not trying to just claw back a bit of respect? Leeds... 3 shots, 1 on target, 7 touches in the opposition box, and 79% possession. Bristol City, 0 shots, 0 on target, 0 touches in the opposition box, and 21% possession. Good ball there from Aronson into Joel Piroux. Piroux plays it across, and he's offside, but Solomon scored. Offside goal there. Yeah, Piroux was offside there, I think. Yeah, he actually was offside that time. Oh. Gruev trying to win that ball back, but here's McGuane with it, tackled by Tanaka, and Leeds have got the ball back already. Here's Tanaka again. Good ball out wide to Solomon. He's got Firpo going beyond it. Gives it to Firpo, but it's been nipped off the toes of Firpo and away here. Here's Naki Wells. Plays it out to the left for Roberts, I think it is. Sometimes I am just going to switch back over to the Bristol City lineup just so I can see what the names actually are. One clearance there by Viner. Going to bounce all the way through to Darlow. Now Rodon. Gruev. Tanaka. Gruev. Back to Ampadu now. Now Gruev into Piroux, who's dropped deep, and now Tanaka tries to play a Trivella pass out wide, but it doesn't go very well. But he has a second chance and plays a nice pass out to Bogle. Here's Jaden Bogle out on the right wing. Tries to play a ball into the box. It's cleared away there. Now Viner with a chance to clear it. Only as far as Joe Rodon, who makes the tackle on Naki Wells. Gets it to Gruev, and now Firpo. Piroux. Now Gruev. I didn't watch the press conference, Andy. I never do, to be honest, because I feel like press conferences are one of the most boring things on earth, because they are always just generic questions. Is this person injured? Is this person injured? Oh, how will you face this game? And they'll just go, oh, we'll never give anything away, never actually say anything tactical, so it's kind of pointless to watch for me. It's not possible CB, no, unfortunately, to show both at the same time. The Leeds lineup's unchanged from last time out, though. Ampadu with a great pass out to Bogle here. Bogle with a pass inside to Aronson. Aronson should have released that early to Nonto, and now he slowed down the whole move there, unfortunately. Here's Tanaka. Tanaka doing well to go forward, though, there. Here's Bogle. Back to Aronson. Now Rodon. Here's Firpo. Tanaka into Solomon, gets it back to Gruev again. Now Firpo out on the left wing. Coming inside and then knocking it back again to Ampadu. Rodon. Royon. No movie clips, because I'll instantly get removed off YouTube, and what now, 4.5 years essentially of uploading videos, live streams, researching tactics, doing scout reports, collaborating with other YouTubers will all have been for nothing. Here's Jaden Bogle. Oh, good header by Firpo there. Solomon now. Ball into Piru. Back to Aronson. Aronson inside the box. Aronson. Good save by the goalkeeper O'Leary there. And it's going to be a Leeds United corner kick. I think that's our first corner of the game. Yeah, Piru with a first-time little bounce pass back into Aronson. Aronson with a difficult chance, but gets it on target, and the goalkeeper did have to make a save and put it out for a corner kick. I don't know what the hell that corner kick was, but it's resulted in another one. Another corner comes in towards the back post, headed back across. It's bouncing around. Piru feels like his shirt was pulled there. That should have been a penalty. Piru tried to get on the end of it. Now Tanaka, 1-0. Tanaka at the back post. We are in the lead. That is a home goal for Leeds United. Corner came back in, was whipped to the back post. Piru was definitely fouled and it should have been a penalty, but justice was served because the ball was crossed back into the back post and Tanaka slots it under the goalkeeper for 1-0 to Leeds and one step closer to the title. So the first corner comes in. Tanaka heads it back across. Piru tries to head it. He's actually completely pulled by the shirt. Ball comes back out to Solomon. Has a look inside, curls it to the back post, and Tanaka is completely unmarked and just really well, yeah, like Free Falling says, takes it really well to roll it under the goalkeeper. Well, he deserved another goal, Tanaka. Almost a nutmeg. Almost a nutmeg from Tanaka. Great finish. Leeds 1-0 up. Not bad, eh? Good timing, TS Emreezy. Good timing just from when we scored. He's Rodon. Now Ampadu. Wee Bristol City. Oh, we're in again here. Solomon's in behind. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. And he climbs on it there. Just dives on the ball. Could have been 2-0. Credit to Farker recruiting Al. Yeah, look. He wanted him, didn't he, last season? It's a good save, to be fair. White Swan saying, I mean, that's total 20 minutes of total domination. It is. Naki Wells wouldn't be running down the wing because he's playing up front. He's Nonto. Back out to Bogle again here. Now Tanaka. Yep, if we win, we go back top. Still 10 goal difference better than Burnley. Even with their 5-0. Well, they beat QPR 5-0, didn't they? What value would we put on Tanaka in the transfer market? About 15 million. If we're being realistic, unproven in the Premier League or anything like that, I'd say that Tanaka he's probably about a 10 to 15 million pound player. When you consider that we bought Joe Rodon for about 12 million, probably about the same as how much we bought him for. Here's Solomon. Oh, he just gives up on that. I feel like he probably could have got there. How can Farke not be manager of the season, says Tim. 28 wins, 90 goals, second best defence, top of the table, better goal difference, and potentially title winners. Absolutely. And as well, those other ones that just went down, Burnley and Sheffield United and Luton. Obviously, Luton didn't do very well at all, but Burnley and Sheffield United, they had just been in the Premier League, so they had the first year bounce back. Here's Gruev, Tanaka, and Purdue. Now Rodon. And Purdue playing that one forward. It's got it's hit its mark in the end. It's gone to Solomon here. Into, oh, it nearly dropped a Piru in the box there, but cleared long. Now Ampadu picks it up. All I think it is, John B. All I think it is that we are sometimes guilty of living in a very Leeds-centric kind of viewpoint with our football, which obviously it can't be helped because we're Leeds fans, so it's all the football we're going to be concentrating on, isn't it, really? But I do think that sometimes we overestimate the value of championship players. Like, I think Tanaka has been amazing, but he has no proven record, does he? Solomon with the ball, just trying to go back across the box. It's going to be another corner to Leeds. He's got no proven record in the top division in England. So if someone was to sign him, I think that £15 million is probably... Like, Leeds would probably ask for more, but I think what he's worth is about £15 million. He's had one really good season at Leeds. Corner coming into the box then. Headed away at the first time of asking. Bouncing around to the edge of the box here. Nonto still trying to keep hold of it. He's done so well there, Nonto, against Maguire. And now Tanaka battling for it, does so well. Here's Aronson. Sometimes I just want Aronson to try and go past someone, especially in a situation like this. Oh, there's a Bristol City player still down here. Yeah, Tanaka, I think it was Maguire. Tanaka tried to take the ball off him. He's still trying to go for it here. I don't think there's much in that. I don't think he's even barely touched him, for God's sake. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already, of course. We are currently on 48 likes with 82 concurrent viewers, so hit that like button, essentially. Hit that like button. Referee's still waiting to start the game again here. Oh, Parag is here in the building. Leeds have posted a very good picture of Al Tanaka after scoring that goal, and that will be the thumbnail. No, that's what I was thinking, White Swan. Whilst we're stronger overall, there is no kind of real standouts where you'd go, oh, they'll definitely get picked off. I think that we wouldn't have been too bad for our third season, you know. Here's Rodon. Now Ampadu. Now Tanaka. Bogle. Nonto. Great ball back, Nonto. Back towards Bogle. But that's a really good tackle there by the Bristol City defender, and it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. To be fair, you all warned him. I've put him on the naughty step. Solomon has a shot back in and then headed over the bar. Let's set up the corner count. Another corner comes in without a goal. Did I miss one? I feel like I might have missed one. Here's Joe Rodon now. Sorry, I was distracted by spammers in the chat. Now Bogle. Oh, unfortunately, Aronson couldn't keep hold of that one, but now flicked over the top by Solomon for Piru, but it's headed away there. Here's Earthy, who... It's not a foul. I think he just span himself into the point where he fell over. Viner then with the free kick just inside Bristol City half. He goes backwards with it. It's not surprising. Ball through towards Naki Wells here. He might be thin on goal. Rodon does so well to defend him. And then he actually falls over and completely leaves the ball behind. I'd almost feel sorry for him, but I don't. Here's Bogle. Back again to Joe Rodon. Gruev. Now forward to Solomon. Into Joel Piru. Gruev. Tanaka. Hi Sajal, welcome to the stream. Sajal saying, evening all, how good is it to watch Leeds playing freely and without any pressure, total control? This is what I was saying just before kickoff, Sajal, is that this is what I was hoping for, essentially, that they've had the celebrations, they've been promoted, so now they can play with a kind of freedom, and hopefully they continue to play like this and score some more goals. That's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Bogle throws that one back to Rodon. Now Ampadu. Firpo. Here's Joel Piru. I think that was the case with Burnley on Saturday. Yeah, probably. You can relax a little bit then. And relaxing doesn't necessarily mean not trying. It just means that you can play with a bit more freedom. Andy Rose saying, I feel safer with synergy between Rodon and Ampadu. Is there a place for Strauch in the Prem? See, I just don't know whether we might need to sign another centre-back of real quality for the left-hand side to go next to Rodon. Ball into Earthy now. He's got Viner outside him, running down the left-hand side. Leeds players have swarmed back though, and there's no real way forward. Good sliding check up by Nonto there, but it's gone all the way back for a throw-in for the centre-back here. Is there some chance of Patrick Bamford going around? Like, I feel like Ampadu's in the Premier League is a good shout in midfield. Here's Aronson in the box. Gives it to Piru. His shot is blocked, and it's going to be another corner to Leeds. I feel like Ampadu's a good option as a holding midfielder in the Premier League if you want to be a bit more solid. So you bring in another left centre-back to play in that position. Because I'm just not 100% on Strauch either. Oh, bollocks, I've pressed away goal. I didn't mean to do that. Don't panic, everybody. There has not been a goal from Bristol City. Yeah, that was really good from Brendan Aronson, the roulette that he did then. Ball comes in from the corner, headed. Tanaka should have scored then. He really should have scored. Unlucky by him. Yeah, Tanaka's just missed an open goal at the back post for that header. You are in this division though, Chewy, but what if we need stronger defensive capabilities in the Premier League? At least you have the option then. I'll be making a video where I make a wish list, essentially, for what positions we need to fill. There'll be a lot of transfer videos this summer. A lot. Hopefully it'll grow the channel as well. Because I'm hoping to grow to the channel to a point where it can kind of... Bogle's just been... The ball's into the box here for Naki Wells. Bogle got done there a little bit. But it's back out wide now to Earthy. Into the box here. McGuane with a shot across to the back post there, but it just bounces past. Yeah, there'll be a lot of transfer videos this summer and all the stuff that's happening. A, because it's exciting and there's loads of stuff to kind of to look forward to, and B, because I'm hoping that the YouTube channel can grow enough to help me out a bit more. Dwayne Dibley. He's Ampadu. You did, Rob, but it was an accident. Yeah, I saw that Sajali he's not been happy with the amount of minutes he's been getting. Ollie Watkins would be a great shout, but to be honest, I think it'd be more likely that somebody like an Arsenal or something would be able to sign Ollie Watkins. I feel like he'd go up in terms of his level rather than back down a bit. That's just my opinion. I'd love to get Ollie Watkins, but he's Ampadu. Firpo. Aronson. Back to Tanaka again. Tanaka with the ball forward. Too much on it, but it is going to be only a throw-in to Bristol City by the corner flag. Joe, you're saying, can we sign Eze, please? See, I'm not sure whether that's... if you take the fact that Leeds are a bigger club than Crystal Palace out of the equation, and you look at the consistency of Palace being in the Premier League, the fact that they're in an FA Cup final, for somebody like Arabechi Eze, he's definitely going to be more suited to staying at somebody like Palace than coming essentially down to our level, and that's kind of the realism of it. I'd love to get him. If we paid enough money, then maybe, but whether the player would want to come is a different matter. But that would be a great number 10 to sign. Here's Aronson down the line to Solomon, who could have took a touch but let it run past him, and in the end it goes out for a throw-in. So Wrong call on that one. I keep thinking to say if we go up. I think we need 1 second. I think we need about 7 signings. I think we need about seven signings. Road on. Here into Solomon now. Solomon was offside. That's going to be a free kick to Bristol City. 5 minutes then of this first half, yeah, and it's been a very, very good first half for Leeds. Back to O'Leary here. Long ball out to the left-hand side. Header won there by Viner. And then Tanaka puts in a foul. It's going to be a free kick there to Bristol City just outside the technical areas. Here's Bird. Back into the midfield for Knight. Out wide now to Roberts. Back inside again. Yeah, Tanaka has been playing very well. Nonto. Back to Ampadu. He's going to have to go all the way back to Darlow now. He's got Road on as an option, and he does use him. Goes short for once. I think we have to buy a new goalkeeper, though, when we go up. That's one of my 7. An experienced goalkeeper. Good ball into the box by McGuane, and Darlow comes out, and the ball's still bobbling around. Was a bit of an odd one there from Darlow. I think he saw it late. But Leeds might have a chance to counter now. Here's Nonto. No, I'm not Andy. Good ball into the box here. Piru with a fantastic touch there in the box. I think he was probably pulled down there. As an unbelievable touch from Piru to hold it and spin with it at the same time as taking a first touch. Here's Firpo, now Solomon. You say he's not there yet, Pierre, but he is. He's pretty much at the end of his career. Piru tried to play that one back through to Firpo, but it's going to go out of play for a goal kick here. Yeah, I don't think it's a foul, but it was a very good turn there from Joel Piru. Yeah, that was a bit odd from Darlow. It came just over Ampadu's head, and he kind of just saves it forward a little bit. It was weird. They are, Pierre, but it doesn't mean that they're going to improve anymore in their early 30s. The peak is probably 30 to 33 or 4-ish, but it doesn't mean they're going to improve it within that time, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that Darlow's not suddenly going to become good enough, is what I mean. But that's what I'm saying, though. He's had an entire career worth of experience. It's knocked over Gurev's head. Bird is adjudged to have fouled, and now Tanaka sprays a ball forward towards Nonto. Can Nonto keep that one in? He can. He's got Bogle come in now, but instead plays it inside to Piru. Piru Trying to go past a couple of players. He manages to get it to Bogle. He does well. Now Tanaka. Back to Bogle. Ball just rolls through to O'Leary in the end safely. And we're going to see how much time gets added on. Just 2 minutes added on then to the end of this first half. Ball bouncing around in midfield, headed forward by Bristol City, but Ampadu is dispossessed there as it came back towards him. And then a foul from Ampadu, and it's going to be a free kick to Bristol City here, with about a minute and a half left of this first half. Here's Earthy now back into the midfield for Knight. Back again to Viner. Now McGuane. McCrory down the line. Here's Solomon picking up the ball. Now Piru. Can he get the ball to Nonto? He's poked it a little bit too far, but Nonto can keep it in. He's got Tanaka with him. Tanaka into Firpo, gets it back. Tanaka, back to Firpo again. Firpo with a cross into the back post. Good header there by I'm not sure who it was, the defensive player there for Bristol City, but just takes it away from Joel Piru, because it would have been a really good cross there from Firpo. Would have been right to Piru to finish. Another corner then for Leeds, just as this half is about to end. Ball comes into the box, headed away to the edge. Nonto shoots. I think it's hit bloody Piru again. That's going to roll all the way back to Darlow here. And that is the end of the first half. Yes, I'll be back very shortly here. In fact, let me just do what I usually do and put this up on the screen. Where's the charity match folder on my computer? Here it is. The link is in the description this time as well. I remembered to put it in. So if you want to get tickets to the Leeds Creator Cup, go to that description down below and click the link. You'll find all the relevant details on there. I'll be back shortly, and then we'll talk about that first half and start talking about the second half. Hello, everybody. Clive T, welcome to the chat. Clive saying, what do we think about the Elland Road plans? It looks pretty good. I worry about the south stand. I know they're limited because of the road, but it needs major work. Yeah, we talked about this before we started, Clive, and we were just basically saying that it's good that it's built on the old stadium and that the atmosphere hopefully will be retained. Oh, we've still got the bloody the clock going. Let's reset that, set it to second half and turn that off. There we go. I often forget to do that. Timer is still counting away. Yep, change that now. Bristol will fancy a draw as we are not 5-0 up. Yeah, the longer we keep them away, the more they'll... the longer it's just 1-0, the more likely they are to come back and get a goal. Because we need to knock the stuffing out of them. Yeah, we have been absolutely dominating. We really have been. I think I tweeted yesterday. I think I'll read the exact tweet so I don't get it wrong. Where was it? Profile. So I tweeted, the magic of the FA Cup, where everybody will be rooting for Palace as long as the underdog, and Man City will absolutely pump them just to kill everyone's hopes and dreams that their team might ever win a domestic trophy. Why do Man City get to the final of the FA Cup every single year? It may as well be like whoever the rest of England fights out for a chance to play Man City in the final, and Man City are already there, just as because that's just what happens every single time. Crystal Palace, I'll be rooting for them in the FA Cup final, but they will get pumped by Man City, and it's just going to be like, oh, well, what's the point of this then? Same as when Watford, you thought, oh, Watford actually made it to the FA Cup final. They might do all right. No, they got beat, 6-1, 6-0? They got absolutely smacked as well. So, I mean, what are we meant to do? What are you meant to do as these teams that aren't quite as good? What's happening in the Premier League tonight? Why does it say Man City versus Aston Villa? Oh, that was last Tuesday. So there's no games on about the Championship other than our game. I think we might be the only ones to play, mightn't we? Yeah, we're the only Monday night football. Yeah, a lot of people were shouting for Josh Murphy to be in the team of the season as well on the left wing for his 14 assists and a good couple of goals as well. He's had a really, really good season for Portsmouth, a side that have struggled a bit, so it's almost more impressive. And it literally is just Twitter and what it's like, isn't it? But someone's posted, so Football Away Days has posted a picture of Elland Road tonight with the sun setting, completely full house, looks amazing with everybody there. Portsmouth fan has put full house now they're promoted, laughing face. But it's literally been full every game of the season. But then they just do it for clicks, but that to stir up trolls and stuff. How is that fun? How is that fun at all? Ridiculous. Yeah, there are around 30. Yeah, I think there's 26 or 25,000 people on the Leeds waiting list for a season ticket. Palace have had a fair bit of success against City, but it is City. Yeah, exactly. David versus Goliath. Wigan beat them once. Yes, they did. That header. Oh, let's get ready to kick off the second half. We're underway here. Ball all the way back to O'Leary, the goalkeeper. Yeah, we've just restarted. It's on there's an article, Chewy, on the Leeds United website about the new stadium, and it says about the 26,000 waiting list, I think. So it's from the club. I read it earlier. So it's not superior knowledge. It's just I read the thing before. So I won't claim to be some sort of what's it called? Oracle. Leeds United Oracle. Because there are some people who remember a lot more things about Leeds United than I do. Here's Firpo, Aronson. Now Piru, good foot there by Piru, gets the ball to Solomon out on the wing. Ball back into the box, Aronson, Firpo, good save by the goalkeeper. Another great save by the goalkeeper and another save from the goalkeeper. Nonto's shot as it came back across was hooked away by the goalkeeper. And then Bogle had another one and he saved it. Unbelievable goalkeeping there by O'Leary. He's done so well to keep that out. That's great goalkeeping. I told you last time, Chewy's right, sign him. When we started this, I said, corner comes in, headed away. When we started this, I did say that I did think that their goalkeeper was very good last time we played them. He's proving it now. Here's Solomon out on the left-hand side. We had the goalkeeper just made a triple save, essentially. Now, Gruev. Bogle. Gruev. Rodon. Ampadu. Here's Solomon. Ampadu with the pass forward here to Firpo. McCrory plays the ball back to the goalkeeper and he gets there just before Piru. Welcome, Aussie White. The artist formerly known as Kiwi White. Here is O'Leary now. Earthy lets that one through his legs up to Naki Wells. Played back into the midfield for Maguane. Foot there by Solomon, but he still keeps hold of it, the Bristol City midfielder. Now McCrory down the line. Foul by Firpo, and it's going to be a free kick. Apparently that's another foul there. We were watching a replay of the triple save, but I think Tanaka's just got himself a yellow card. This is 8th of the season. I didn't see why. There was a replay being shown on the screen at the time. Here's Naki Wells. Drops it off into the midfield. Now Firpo intercepts, though. Here's Solomon. Slips, but manages to pass it all the way back to Darlow. Ampadu chips that into the path of Rodon, who can carry it forward. Now Nonto. He's got Bogle making a run beyond him here. Gives the ball instead into Aronson. Aronson cuts it back. Cleared away, though. I feel like Aronson a lot of the time just tries to put the ball anywhere into the box when he gets in those positions to cut it back, whereas other players might specifically try and pick out a player. I just don't know if he's any good at his distribution, and Farker would like that in a goalkeeper, I think. Seen some shouts of... I know I did a video on Kelleher. Then there was some shouts of Sam Johnson. We'll have to see kind of who we get linked with when we go up. Excuse me. Tanaka. I'm Tanaka'd. Out to the right wing for Bogle. Sorry, that was terrible. Now Rodon. Ampadu. Ethan Ampadu plays the ball into Joe Rodon. Now Joel Piru plays the ball into Menor Solomon, who takes a terrible touch, and it's going to be a goal kick now to Bristol City. What do we think? New commentary style? Nice and relaxing. ASMR. The Leeds goalkeeping coach is the ex-Norwich goalkeeping coach, isn't it? As in from Iron Man 3, Tim. Ben Kingsley. Like the comments were just like, no, no, no. Clive T saying there were links with Pope. It's like 1996, and we're being linked with every keeper around. Well, Pope wouldn't be much good, would he? He's not very mobile at the moment. Oh, sorry, you mean Nick Pope? Oh, yeah, you mean Nick Pope. Here's Rodon. Bogle. Tanaka can't quite make that, but Wells comes and gets it, but now Bogle wins it back anyway. Now Firpo. Ampadu. Gruev. Here's Gruev. He looked like he was going to shape up to play a long ball forward there, but it's a long ball all the way back to Darlow now. Sometimes I still nearly say Melier. Yeah, Solomon was being held onto the whole time there, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Here's Bogle. Now Aronson. Rodon. Ampadu. I don't know if Burnley will sell Trafford if they go up. Oh, Aronson in the box here. He should have shot earlier. Goes to shoot. Terrible. Should have shot earlier there, Aronson. I don't know what he was waiting for. Take the opportunity when it comes. Take that snapshot. Just get it on target. Could bounce to a teammate. Again, Firpo just wins the ball back so well there. And then Ampadu just gives it straight away again. Thanks, Pierre. I'll if I get 5 more, then I'll have a 1-match ban. So it's not too bad getting a yellow. He just should have took a snapshot when it popped out in front of him. He should have just bashed it towards goal. Hard and low towards the corner, and if the goalkeeper pushes it into the path of a Leeds player, then it's a Brucey bonus. Here is Knight. Given that we've got to continue your metaphor there, White Swan, we're cooking with all 4 rings, grill and oven. Just need to put something on. We've now got a lot of money behind us, so we can afford a posh oven like an Arga or something. And some of them have a prove-in drawer for bread as well, so even that is warm. Piru with a great turn there. Oh, what a ball that is to Nonto. Nonto's in behind. Nonto makes it 2! Leeds United have a very, very good chance of becoming champions of the English second division with that goal from Wilfred Nonto, the young man from Italy. Why did commentators actually used to sound like that? They were that posh. But, great finish. What a pass that was. Was that Piru's pass as well, by the way? Because it was unreal. Yeah, little Willie was in behind there. Piru gets the ball, great turn, unreal pass into Nonto. Nonto with a great finish. And that man, Joel Piru, has not had a player of the season shout in the team of the season. Sorry. Great play from Leeds. 2-0 up, cruising. Shay Given would have been a good one to get. Fantastic keeper, Shay Given. Unbelievable, wasn't it, Sajal? What a pass that was. I think one of the Bristol City players asking for a bit of help here. I'm not sure why. So, can I just ask them? So, Bristol City's kit, I think it's Ruggy that's from Bristol, isn't it? Bristol City's kit, then, if they had a different sponsor for the rest of the season and are just playing a one-off with the Robbins Foundation, or have they had the Robbins Foundation as their main shirt sponsor all season? Because that would suggest that they couldn't find a shirt sponsor to pay them a decent amount of money and they just put their own foundation on the front of the shirt. Bogle got tackled there as he was trying to cut it back from the byline in the box. Throw into Leeds there. Yeah, it was a very good tackle by Viner on Bogle a second ago. Bird and Wells coming off for Mehmeti and Armstrong, formerly of Southampton. There we go. A couple of changes to Bristol City's lineup. There you go. Welcome, White Snakes. Just noticed you've come into the chat. Here's Firpo. Now Ampadu. Rodon. Passes it back to Ampadu. Now into Ilya Gruev. Out to Rodon. Here's Ampadu. Back again to Rodon. Rodon out wide now. Leeds 16 shots, 8 on target, 36 in the opposition box touches, and 2.24 expected goals. Bristol City 0 shots, 0 on target, 2 touches in the opposition box, and 0 XG. That, to me, sounds like total domination. Excuse me, Pierre, I'll think you find that was immaculate. Is O'Leary with the ball, getting ready to take this goal kick. That was exactly what I was aiming for, goals. Apparently, Pierre-Michel Lasogga just got a mention and got described as the kitten in a bear costume. Well, so you hear enough of it, Rob. Oh, no thanks, rookie. Here's Aronson. Solomon. Confidence is sky high, isn't it now? Tries to poke it inside. He actually gets it back to himself here. Solomon tries to square it across, but it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. We got any Scottish players in our squad at the moment? It must be the first time in a while that we haven't. Ball crossed into the box by Solomon, bounced away. Again, all of his corners are so like near post, not very good. Here's Ampadu. Gruev. Yeah, we always used to throughout history, and even when we had, I mean, Cooper is from Yorkshire, but he played for the Scottish national team. We've always had at least one Scottish player in the squad from my memory. Ampadu. We've swapped Scottish for Welsh, really, haven't we? We've always had a large Scottish contingent, especially in the Reeve years and throughout the 20th century. But now we've got a big Welsh contingent instead. We are top of the league and still on goal difference as well. We're way ahead. Unless they score 10 goals or 11 goals in their final game, our goal difference is 62. How many goals have we scored? I think it's like 91 or 92, isn't it? Goals for 91. Wow. Here's Rodon. Ampadu. Do. Now Tanaka. Ampadu. Tanaka again. Bogle. Just if anyone who's actually watching, 1 second. Aronson into the box for Nonto. Nonto tries to get it back across, cleared there. Harry is Scottish if he wants to be, yeah. Nonto tries to cross that in. That's going to be a Leeds United corner kick. Do you know, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Oh, that was it. If you get a chance, if you are watching the game, if you do have the feed, if you get a chance, when Leeds are building up, just watch Tanaka for a second. Just watch him. Don't, like, whilst the ball's being played around to other people, you just see, just one sec, corner's coming in, headed just past the post. Just watch Tanaka. He's constantly on the swivel. His head is like this constantly. Checks his shoulder. Couple of seconds. Check his shoulder. Seconds. Check his shoulder. Check his shoulder. He's always... excuse me. He's always checking his shoulder. That's why his awareness is so good. The best players, and especially the best midfielders, are constantly checking their shoulders all the time, going, is there someone there? Is there someone there? What's my next pass? If I receive the ball now, because if you don't scan for 5 seconds, the whole picture around you kind of changed. But with Tanaka, he's so good at scanning that he's scanning every 1 to 2 seconds. You can see him now. I'm watching him do it. Every 1 to 2 seconds, he's scanning. He's checking left and right to make sure that there's nobody that's running in behind him that's able to make use of the space behind him. Or when he does receive the ball, he knows where his next pass is going to be because he knows where his teammates are going to be. He's so good at scanning. So just watch him whilst Leeds have the ball, or even while the opposition have the ball as well. But Nonto's just stood on Mehmeti's boot, took it off, and it's going to be a free kick here to Bristol City. There we go. Gary McAllister, Gordon Strachan. Free kick to come in then from Bristol City. Ball in towards the back post, goes over everyone, and Darlow can take that goal kick. Darlow can take a little breather and take his time with this one. Yeah, still 0.00 XG. Roberts reminding us for Bristol City. Here's Ilya Gruev. Junior Firpo, Gruev. Back to Ampadu. No Rodon. Ampadu. Gruev. Ethan Ampadu, Carl Darlow, and Joe Rodon, the only Leeds players who haven't had a shot tonight, apparently. I don't remember Gruev taking a shot, but... I said Strachan and McAllister a minute ago. Is Solomon down on the left-hand side here, looking to try and cross the ball in. Crosses it in towards the back post. Bogle heads it back across. Now Aronson over the bar. Commentator's almost wetting himself. If this went, he said, well, if this went from Firpo to Bogle, it would have been fullback to fullback again. We'll probably have a bigger Scottish contingent if we. So I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but it seems like the 49ers are also going to take over at Rangers, which to me is meaning that there's a pathway between good Rangers players to be sold to Leeds, like the Red Bull network do. So there's definitely a good bit of business to be done there if we can. So he got a little bit of relationship with them already because of signing Glenn Kamara and things from them. Here's Gruev. Now Aronson. Plays that one out wide to Bogle. Ball forward there to Nonto. Good ball. Nonto inside now to Piru. Piru trying to make space on the edge of the box. Plays it instead over to Firpo. Firpo back to Gruev. Gruev into Firpo. Back to Solomon again. Solomon goes to curl one way over the bar. Poor in the end. Yeah, 70th minute. Get some subs on. Get Alex Cairns on up top. In all seriousness, get Pat Bamford on. Give him a run out. Who else have we got on the bench? Good tackle there from Junior Firpo. Here's Solomon with a free run down the left-hand side here. Solomon inside the box. Ball's nearly dropped to Piru, but in the end they can clear that one. Gareth Hobson saying Rangers, Ryan Kent, the thing of nightmares. I think Ryan Kent plays for Fenerbahce now, doesn't he? Shot from distance there from Tanaka, but rolls straight through into the goalkeeper's gloves. You say not Piru's day today, Liam, but great assist from him and some really good forward play. So not necessarily in terms of scoring goals, but you know when players just look like they should fit certain clubs? I feel like Mehmeti for Bristol City just looks like he would suit being a Bayer Leverkusen player. Quite random, but that's just the way my mind works sometimes. Am I odd? Probably. Here's Rodon. Now Ampadu. Gruev. Their substitutions have not made a single mark on this game whatsoever. I forgot that they'd made any. If anything, Armstrong's been worse up front than Naki Wells was. Here's Gruev. Now Ampadu. Hey Jody, welcome to the chat. I don't know if it's because they're playing in a shirt that's very much like a Bayer Leverkusen shirt, black with red trim. But it just puts me in mind of that. I'm not sure why. Here's Firpo. Bristol City's goalkeeper has an 8.2, the only one over 7. He's played very well there, goalkeeper. Made some very good saves. Let me think about our goals. Not really too much he could have done about them. Here's Nonto picking the ball up, one of the goal scorers here. Nonto carries that one forward. Firpo cuts inside now. Drops it off to Tanaka. Tanaka here again. Rodon. Here's Solomon. Yeah, Piru offside. I'd like to see some subs from Leeds. I think there's going to be some subs from. Subs from Bristol City here. Earthy is going to make way for Twine. And McCrory for Bell. Those are the substitutions there for Bristol City. Here's Twine. Corner comes back into the box, headed away by Tanaka. It usually happens that, Pierre. Last time we got promoted, we played Liverpool on the first day, didn't we? When we really took the game to them and everyone was like, ooh, we like Leeds now. All the fans of the other clubs. Bristol have their first shot. Not one on target, though. Yeah, Bristol are in 5th place with 67 points. But Coventry on 66 behind them, Millwall are on 66 behind them, and Blackburn are on 65 behind them. There's an outside chance for Middlesbrough to get into the playoffs as well. They're on 64 points. So if Bristol City lose on the last day, Coventry lose, Millwall lose, Blackburn lose, and Middlesbrough win, then that's the only way, really. Is Ampadu. Now Bogle. Rodon. Ampadu again. Imagine Millwall in the Premier League. This is what I'm talking about with the kind of like, it's almost like the tactical choice, isn't it, to have someone who you're pretty sure is going to go straight back down, so it gives you a chance to at least know that one of those positions is filled. Here's Ampadu. I honestly think that, let me know what you think, Geordie, but I think if Sunderland went up in the playoffs, whilst you obviously hate them, it would be good to have that rivalry back in the Premier League. Having Leeds back with their rivalries, our rivalries, having Newcastle and Sunderland, Derby back, it would be, it would make for a more interesting Premier League. That would mean 8 London fixtures. Oh, God. Do you know what makes me laugh, by the way? A Spurs fan tweeted a video of Harry Kane scoring against Liverpool and put, Daniel Levy has more than blood on his hands. And I just thought, how can some grown men be so, like, dramatic about the football team that they're saying that their owner has more than blood on his hands because he sold Harry Kane? It's like, when you actually take a step back, you don't even need to take a step back. I laughed at it immediately. Some people are so dramatic about football. Good cut out there by Firpo, but it has made its way back to the number 11 there for Bristol City, but Leeds still take the ball away. Yeah, Ramazani and Bamford are both getting ready to come on. Here's Gruev. Now Firpo. His Ole's going out around Elland Road now as the players pass the ball around. Ampadu, Firpo, Gruev. Commentators just said he's got Leeds United the glory years on his shelf in his office. Here's Ampadu. Tanaka. Gruev. Firpo. Leeds just playing the ball around at the back now, saying, come on then, come and get the ball. Here's Piru. Again, gets the ball through to Nonto here. Nonto tackled. Good defending there. Tanner it was, I think, who made the tackle. Ooh, bad tackle on Bogle there. Referee not even given a free kick. Here's Bell. Good cut out there by Gruev. Looks like Leeds might... Yeah, Leeds, I think, are going to be making the substitutions now. He does catch him with a follow-through, but not very hard. He's been a bit dramatic there. So Nonto is going off for a Ramazani. 47-metre, 52-yard pass from Piru. And Ramazani's number is what? 17. Couldn't remember exactly what it was. There we go. Those are the substitutions that Leeds have made. Bamford on, Ramazani on, Nonto and Piru are off. Long ball forward from O'Leary. Gruev kind of cleverly leaves that one, and it's going to go out for a Leeds throw-in. Piru having a word with Nonto there and Alex Cairns about what happened in that game. Here's Firpo. Crosses the ball into the box. Ramazani scores instantly. That's nice to see. And he's done his backflip. Oops, I'm pressing the wrong button. I keep flipping the teams, but Ramazani has scored instantly. 3-0. It's his first touch. Literally his first touch. He's absolutely buzzing, and he gets to do his great celebration as well. That is a sub and a half, isn't it? Bamford, great bit of hold-up play. Plays the ball into Solomon. Back to Aronson. Down the line for Firpo. Firpo with a great pass to the far post, and Ramazani just has to tap it in. Really, really good play from Leeds United there. Great goal. Well, pretty convincing. Not as convincing as 5-0 that they beat QPR Burnley, but Ramazani with his traditional trademarked flip celebration. And look, first touch. One touch, one goal. Like Ricky Lambert on his England debut. Pretty sure that's what happened. 92 goals this season. I don't think Ramazani's got that many, William. Oh, Bamford falls over there. Good job he didn't get injured. He looked like he was about to. Ball back again to the defence here for Bristol City as they play the ball forward. Firpo chests that one back away. Ball out to the right-hand side now. Wow, Chewy. Terrible joke. Firpo's going to clear that one. Solomon's touch Just takes him away, but he's giving the ball straight back to Bristol City there. Good tackle there on Twine by Tanaka. Ball goes back to Maguire now. Goal difference for Leeds, 62. Header away by Ampadu there. Convincing header. Ball into the box, cleared away by Rodon, alive to that one. Here's Maguire. Leeds trying to battle for it. Ramazani does really well there, but just tries to hook it back to Aronson, but it goes all the way back to Knight in the end. Yeah, because somebody said that Rooney's managed 3 clubs and they've all been relegated in the same season that he's managed them, even if he didn't take them all the way down. Shot there from Bristol City, and it goes over the bar. From Twine, I think it is. Plymouth should be a walk in the park. Matteo Joseph and Joshua Gilavogi are going to get some minutes. Aronson is going to come off for Matteo Joseph. And Aronson, Joseph's number is 19. And then Tanaka's coming off as well for Gilavogi. And Gilavogi is number 23. There we go, guys. Those are the substitutions on the screen now for you. 100 points, 100 goals. That'd be great, wouldn't it? How many goals are we on now? 92. We'd have to win 8-0 we'd have to win 8-0 in our final game to get 100 goals. Gruev now. Bamford is going to win Leeds a throw-in. Reading hold the record. Reading hold the championship record with 107 points, I think. I think it was like to do with his personality, to be honest, Ruggie, because he just seems very nice and smiley and willing to get involved with the charity foundation and things like that. True, 5 minutes plus whatever's added on. So we might score a couple now. If we score 2 more now, then we've only need to score 6 against Plymouth. We did it against... we scored 6 against, them? Stoke. Did anybody notice, by the way, on the... did anybody notice that on the pictures of the stadium update, there was a... on the big screen, it showed Leeds 6, Stoke 0. I don't know why it took me so long to get that out. I think I was concentrating on other things. Ramazani's in again here. Here's Ramazani in behind. Ramazani cuts back. Back to Matteo Joseph. Just too far back for him. And then Bogle crosses it back into the box, headed away. Gilavogi. Now Gruev. Ramazani shoots. Good save by the goalkeeper. Gilavogi looked, honestly, he looked 100 when he passed that ball. Yeah, he just pokes it back too far, Ramazani, there for Matteo Joseph. Ball gets headed away, and honestly, the way that... Oh, no, maybe not too bad, actually. I was thinking that the way that Gilavogi passed it, he looked 100, but... in the end, he... Oh, no, Leeds are bringing on another substitute now. Sam Byram ready to come on here for Junior Firpo. resting players for that final game of the season where we got to win to ensure that we win the division. So Byram is on now as well. Here's Ampadu. Gilavogi now. Plays the ball out wide to Bogle. Firpo was given the Ramazani goal assist. Well, he did assist it. It was a very good pass by him. Here's Bogle. Wow, CB. I've seen all the dad jokes going on in the chat. Here's Ampadu. It's loud at Elland Road. Now add 15,000. Yeah, it would have been amazing, wouldn't it? I did do a few, Robert. Well, in fact, I did loads in our relegation season. You'll see my... you've probably seen it before because you follow me on Twitter, but my pinned tweet is when we played Liverpool and Somerville scored in the dying breaths. We're into additional time here. 4 minutes. What time are Leeds playing at the weekend, by the way? $12:30, so it'll be on telly. It'll be on telly box. That guy that wears the San Francisco 49ers hat behind the technical areas is on TV every week. I always see him. Oh, kick off at the... Oh, you're right, Elsie. Yeah, sorry about that. I forget. My mind's not what it used to be at the ripe old age of 27. Cross going to the box. That's away. I need to make sure I keep up to date. Next season, I don't think I'm going to be doing the corner counter thing because it's I've made a rod for my own back. It's a nightmare for me to keep up with. Here's Bogle. Now, Solomon. Joseph. Rodon. Ampadu. Clipped ball forward there by Gilavogi, and it just bounces through to O'Leary. I predicted 3-0. Well done, Ryan. Great shout from you. Here's Matteo Joseph doing really well to battle for that ball. Now Gilavogi, who gets done there a bit by Armstrong. Ball spread out to the left-hand side now. I think it's just Daniel Fark, but it's Daniel Farker. We do take a lot of bloody artistic license with our chants, don't we? With the AO chant when it's literally pronounced ow. No, because we've got another match. Shot on target there from Bristol City, and Darlow catches that one. We haven't seen the last of Firpo White Swan because he'll be playing in the next game. Here's Gruev. Gilavogi. Gilavogi. Plays that one back to Rodon. Thanks everybody who's nipping out early. Here's Gilavogi. Gruev now. Ramazani's in behind here. Shoots! 4-0! Unreal goal from Ramazani. Unreal goal from Ramazani. Wow. Why has he not got any chances? Why have we been playing Isaac Schmidt over Alaji Ramazani? Oh, Dan James and Joe Rothwell in the crowd there clapping away. Dan James going, oh, I wish that was me on the pitch. Ramazani with a second dance. Gruev with an unbelievable pass over the top. Ramazani takes it down out the air and then bangs it in the bottom corner first time. What a goal. What a goal. 4-0. I tell you what, fact Burnley won 5-0 and we've gone, do you know what, we'll still win 4-0. Like, that's the final whistle as well. That is the final whistle. Wow. If we win, we guarantee the title. Four-0, eh? 2 goals for Ramazani. Oh, there's Schmidt. He's with the rest of the players. He's just coming out now on the pitch with the players. Goals there from Joel Pirou's assist to Nonto scored, Tanaka scored, Ramazani scored 2. Wow. If both teams draw, it's the same. Yeah. Who have Burnley got? Someone let me know who've Burnley got. Burnley have got Millwall and we've got Plymouth. So technically we've got the easier game. We should win, but 97 points. Wow. Now Nonto is dancing on the pitch, waiting for Ramazani to notice him. Let's have a look here at the table. We've got 93 goals, so we only need to score 7. Well, oh, now Ramazani and Nonto are dancing together. See, can you imagine the chemistry if we'd have had Ramazani, Nonto, and Somerville? Because Nonto and Somerville love doing those dances together. Somerville be at West Ham looking back going, that could have been me. That could have been me. Tell you what, though. What a convincing way to do it, eh? What a convincing way to do it. Thanks, everybody, so much for joining me. Much appreciated all your support this season. 1 more game to go. We're already up, so we'll have a nice, relaxing Saturday afternoon this weekend when we... Thanks, Wayne. We'll have a nice, relaxing Saturday afternoon this weekend when we go and smash Plymouth away to win the title. Wouldn't that be good? Leeds United, 1 more step away from winning the title, but already promoted, so we're not too worried about that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to be doing a whatchamacallit. Oh, is the celebrations for the for being promoted as well? See, it's not the title though, is it? So there's no trophy to lift or anything. I like how they still have the asterisk by Sheffield United saying 2 points deducted when they're like nearly 10 points behind us. Did Sheffield United play at the weekend and lose or something? What's the crack there? Never happened in the history of the English League where two teams have finished on 100 points, by the way. Never happened. Oh, Sheffield United won 2-0 against Stoke, but because they lost against Sheffield United, they're that many points behind us. What happened to them this season is what happened to us last season. So, look, you can't feel too sorry for them because it happens to the best of us. Yeah, look, thanks everybody so much for watching. It's Sky Sports, so I don't think they'll be showing much of the Leeds celebrations. I'm going to do a match reaction and get that one out. And then, of course, we'll be live again at the weekend for the final game of the season. Hopefully, the game that confirms Leeds to be 100 points, winners of the championship. And, yeah, we've already confirmed that we're going to be in the Premier League next season. So, thanks everybody so much for joining me. See you at the weekend.